Ask and you shall receive. Hello my darlings, welcome back to another video, or if you're brand new, my name's Lucy, and on this channel I share all kinds of things about personal development, spirituality, and how to become the best version of you. So I have been experiencing some crazy things recently, and I realized that the commonality between these things was me asking the right questions or asking the wrong questions. So I want to give you guys a couple of examples of what I mean. And when I'm talking about asking, I'm referring to the fact that I will literally be talking to myself and, going about my day, doing a different, whatever task I'm doing. And I'll ask the universe for some help. And it's crazy how quickly I get help and I get my answers. Now, from a spiritual perspective, some of you might be totally open to thinking, yeah, ask God, ask the universe, ask whoever I believe in, the creator. Some of you who are maybe more kind of less woo-woo and a bit more skeptical, and that's totally valid as well, might be thinking, how on earth does this work? And for you guys who want maybe a more logical explanation, 95% of our brain is subconscious. And so another explanation could be that your conscious mind, when you ask your subconscious mind to get to work in the background and work on your behalf, in your favor, to find an answer, then the idea just pops up from your subconscious into your conscious mind, and you find the solution to what you're looking for. So whether you look at it from a spiritual way, a scientific, logical way, or you want to marry the two together, which is what I love to do, then keep listening, because I have a feeling this is going to be really helpful. So the first example is when I lose something, when I can't find something in my house. How many of you have ever had one of those experiences where you've seen it recently, but you just can't remember where you put that item? It's not in the place where it normally lives, and you remember that you were a bit distracted and you left it somewhere, but you don't know where that exact location is. How frustrating is that feeling, by the way? So now, the more frustrating we allow that to be, actually, we manifest more and more of not finding it. On a spiritual level or on a brain subconscious level, if you're going around focusing on the fact that you can't find it, where is it, how frustrating is it that you can't find it, it's not anywhere, everywhere you look it's not there, then you might even walk straight past the object and not see it, because your brain is focused on not finding it more than focused on actually finding it. So what I love to do is I'll just, as soon as I can't find something, I'll just go, universe, where are my keys? Universe, where did I put my black boots? Universe, where's my handbag? Or whatever it is that I've misplaced. And I kid you not, guys. Usually it takes between 5 and 55 seconds. It's always under a minute. And especially the sooner I can clear my mind and just allow it to pop in, it can be as instantaneous as that. The only delay factor, the only time you might have to wait to find out your answer, is if you're not clearing your mind and allowing the answer in. So as soon as I allow the answer in, I'll get an image in my mind of, I'll just suddenly remember where I last was when I was using it, or, there's so much that you do absent-mindedly, right? Like, for example, I lost one of my favorite mugs recently. And I was like, where did I put that mug? I couldn't for the life of me think where it was. I asked the question, universe, where did I put that mug? And within that time, it was about 15-20 seconds, I suddenly remembered that the last time I drank out of that mug, I had been gardening, and my hands were really full when I was trying to bring everything in from the garden back indoors. And so what I did is I just put the mug in the gardening bucket and brought the whole gardening bucket in. Then obviously I must have forgotten, it went under some gardening gloves, it went under the cupboard, and it was just sat there in the gardening bucket in the cupboard. Now, I was absent-mindedly putting everything into the bucket and bringing everything in, and it was raining and it was muddy and da 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 da. So my conscious mind hadn't actually been paying attention to what I did with the mug. But of course, I was there, the universe was there, my subconscious mind was there. So there were witnesses to actually see where I put the mug. So it was just a simple case of asking the question, where did I put the mug? Quieting my noisy monkey conscious mind, and the answer was given to me by the witnesses that saw where I had put the mug. Another example, which is now the opposite. This morning, it took me almost 2 hours to find a present for my Secret Santa online because I set myself up for failure from moment one. Okay, the first mistake that I made when it came to finding the Secret Santa was that I was worried that I might not be able to find the right present. And I had this kind of heavy feeling in my stomach that I may have left it too late. It's 7 days till Christmas. And I just had this fear that I might go to all websites and that no websites would say that any presents were available by Christmas. Okay, so I was literally, that's the intention I set. Come on, Lucie, you teach this stuff. You know better than this, right? So that was the intention I set. It wasn't an intentional intention, but it was still an intention, if you know what I mean. Like I didn't go, I'm going to write a scripting letter and manifest it being difficult to get this gift. It wasn't intentional like that. But what's interesting is maybe some of you have found this too. When you're on your law of attraction journey, then you can look back at the sort of autopilot thoughts that you think habitually without trying. And you can look back and you can realize that, yeah, because I thought in that way, that's why it manifested that way. So you guessed it. I went to Amazon. I went to Amazon Sweden, which is where it's being delivered to. I went to eBay. I went to Not on the High Street. Not a single site had anything that I wanted in time for the 25th of December. Then I found one item that did say, with a little bit of extra postage, it will arrive before Christmas. Brilliant. I put it in the cart, FaceTime my mum just to check that this would be an appropriate present. And as soon as I get off the phone, I go to proceed to check out, and the option to deliver by Christmas had disappeared. What? So and this just stressed me out further. Like, I was getting super stressed, and it didn't feel good. And poor Jamie had to be on the receiving end of some of that stress as well, and that didn't feel good either. So I was just basically manifesting more and more of not feeling good and things not working out and getting myself into a right state. That was when my brain remembered that this was not the best approach. And, it actually helped me to realize that, wow, usually things are pretty easy for me. Like, I don't come across moments like that too often. And it really was interesting to quite clearly see that when my mind wasn't focused on the right thing, just how difficult it can make life. So I thought, right, what can I do to shift this a little bit? So I took some deep breaths. Deep breaths are always a great way to delete a feeling that you're not enjoying, okay? If there's a lot of anxiety, if there's a lot of stress, if there's a lot of fear or any kind of negative vibration that you don't want, taking some deep breaths deep into your stomach and feeling it literally like wipe your brain clean is a fantastic way to at least bring yourself back up to kind of like a neutral place. And then from that place, you can choose to feel a different way. If you're like deep in the stressful thoughts and then you're like, stop thinking these stressful thoughts, I need to be happier, then it's almost impossible to go from that place straight up to feeling genuinely relaxed and amazing. So that's why I suggest take some deep breaths so you can at least neutralize your emotions. And then from there, reach for the best thought and ask the best questions to the universe and to your subconscious mind that will take you in the right direction. So I took some deep breaths and then I said to myself, okay, Lucie, who am I not to trust that we're going to get this figured out? What's the solution to this situation? How are we going to make this work? Okay. Now, you're not expected, if you can ask those questions without knowing the answer. It's okay if you ask those questions and your mind is like, I have no flipping idea. Just ask the questions and shut up and breathe, and your answer will come within minutes. So in this case, I simply found that after that moment when I chilled out, cleared my mind and asked the question, what's the solution? Finally, everything seemed to look up and I managed to find a gift on a website. I managed to, find a website. This is it. My mind found a website that was available in Sweden. It did have the product I was looking for and it did deliver in time. So that was great. We were all on a great path. Then a little bit of the leftover vibration popped in when I found out that apparently you need to enter some kind of Swedish social security number in order to purchase something. So I was like, what? And I was like, come on, what's the solution to this? Call up your auntie. Maybe you can use her social security number and we can get it sorted out. FaceTime my auntie. She didn't pick up the phone. I was like, I need to do this now. So once again, I thought, okay, come on. Let's look at another solution. Let's be solution focused, not problem focused. So I searched on a few more websites, and before I knew it, my cousin called me back on my auntie's phone, gave me the social security number. Couple of little hurdles later, it was all sorted and it was all done. But I'm telling you that as soon as I asked that question, okay, come on, who am I not to trust? What's the solution to this situation? What are we going to do to make this work? Everything started to, energy started to drop into the positive side of this subject rather than the negative side of this subject. Abraham Hicks talks about this, that every subject is actually two subjects. Let's say the example of, being able to order a present. That subject, ordering a present, there's one side of the subject is that it's going to work, I'm going to order it in time, and it's going to be easy. The other side of that same subject is it's not going to work, it's going to take too long, and I'm not going to be able to get the present in time. Even though it's the same subject, it's actually two subjects. And whichever end of the subject we're pouring more energy onto, we're giving more power to that side of the equation. From a spiritual point of view, it's like you're choosing to step into that reality. It's like the universe is providing you with more things that add evidence to what you're focused on. Or from a logical, scientific, subconscious point of view, your brain, is trying to process billions of pieces of information every second. And our brain actually just filters through all of it and chooses the top 40 to reach our conscious mind. So, from this point of view, it's like which 40 thoughts is your subconscious going to send to your conscious? Is it going to send you 40 thoughts that align with the negative side of this subject, or 40 thoughts that align with the positive side of this subject? Wow, I feel like I'm getting clarity from just explaining this to you guys. So ask the universe, ask your angels, ask your subconscious, whatever you feel is going to help. Next time you lose your keys, next time you're in a situation that you don't know the answer to, next time you're about to do a big presentation or ask someone out on a date or anything that you're feeling like, I don't know if I have the power to do this, ask for the power, ask for the solution, ask for the best case scenario to unfold, and then honestly trust that... Comment below if you've ever experienced this working, and comment below if you give this a go after watching this video. Come back, comment below and let us know how it worked out for you guys. If you found this useful, valuable, inspiring, or a good reminder, give it a thumbs up so I know that this was a useful kind of video for you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Take some deep breaths, cleanse the mind, ask the question, what's the solution to X? And I will see you on my next video. Until next time, guys. Bye.